We have just passed the point of no return. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion of loyalty and poetic knowledge in hip-hop, Papoose, has been placed under arrest. Yes, he was taken into custody after attacking Eazy, the block captain, with all of his might. And now that the video is public, it's awful, baby. As Eazy tries to hide beneath a DJ table, we're talking about fists flying, furniture flipping, and security guards yelling at someone. Face flushed. Without a doubt, wasn't merely a quarrel, and now everyone is wondering what happened to the calm, composed Papoose. What pushed him from pen and poetry to handcuffs and headlines? And most importantly, what the hell did Eazy say that sparked this level of rage? This emotional outburst had been building for years. Remy Ma was close by when it occurred, according to sources, and her response was captured on tape. We have eyewitness accounts, leaked video, and insider information that is poised to spread around the internet. Take out your popcorn, put up the music, and settle in, because everything changes when you hear what's about to happen. There was stillness at the beginning. For weeks, there had been no interviews, tweets, or cryptic captions about Papoose, the silent king of loyalty, the stoic face of black love, and the man who kept Remy Ma down during a prison bid and stayed 10 toes down. Then, all of a sudden, the internet was filled with shocking news that no one had anticipated. Indeed, Papoose was placed under custody. And not for petty things like unpaid fines or a haphazard miscommunication. No. He was accused of attacking Eazy, the block captain, in public in front of cameras, which led to his being jailed, handcuffed, and hauled downtown for a full-fledged assault. Additionally, the video was leaked. Let's dissect it. It was more than a street brawl. Months of humiliation, treachery, and muttered disrespect had driven this man over the line, causing him to crumble in real time. According to sources, it all happened during a Queens-hosted private combat rap event. When Papoose entered the venue without permission, saw Eazy laughing in the VIP area, and headed straight for him like a heat-seeking missile. A low-key networking mixer erupted into a battleground. As stated by despite numerous witnesses, Papoose remained silent. Just walked right up, reached back, and boomed. No threats, no warning. Hit so hard that the DJ cut the song in the middle. According to one witness, it sounded like a gunshot. Before I saw Eazy hit the ground, I believed someone had popped off. Enthusiasm is evident despite the shaky video, as Papoose goes all WWE, hurling chairs, snatching collars, and even slamming a Red Bull across the table in sheer annoyance. You can see Eazy attempting to get to his feet. Too late, security hurried in. 3 guys attempted to stop Papoose, but a lanyard and a rented security vest won't stop a man who has been harboring feelings of betrayal and sadness for months. Papoose was seen yelling from one camera point. "You crept behind my back and grinned in my face. Did you want me to know? Do you now know? Mike fell. It has nothing to do with music. Respect was at issue here." This story concerned a man who supported Remy, although everyone else thought she was unworthy. She witnessed her incarceration, assisted her in reviving her career, and reared their blended family before being publicly supplanted by a combative rapper who couldn't even avoid the first blow. Let's not pretend to be spanking new. So now, the streets are talking, the murmurs are visible to all of us. Months ago, it began. Initially, some industry sources claimed that Remy and Eazy were spending a lot of time together away from the spotlight. Then the hazy pictures followed by the body language, and then Eazy with its 2 assured captions. Some victories are not captured on video. How did you mean that, sir? Since everyone is now aware that this wasn't a rumor, Papoose simply used his hands to establish that this was genuine. Fan videos of the event were making the rounds on TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, even before the arrest was officially announced. In one video, which has received over 11 million views to date, Remy Ma's voice can be heard yelling from the back as security finally pushed Papoose to the ground, saying, "Stop! This isn't the place." Wait, what? You acknowledge that there was a place eyes. The internet because, let's face it, Ree's hands are dirty. If this was really just a business relationship, why did her husband lose his temper so much? Why did he risk everything, including his freedom and reputation, to get Eazy? Because he knew. He always knew. According to an anonymous source close to Papoose's team, he remained silent for months. Everyone told him to let it go, but he couldn't, because she never really denied it. Eazy, he became arrogant. And let's not forget the buildup. A lot of you are loyal to ghosts, as he wrote in a now-deleted tweet just 2 weeks before. I stick to what's true. The internet was inundated with reactions as soon as the footage leaked, including, "Papoose is a better man than me. I would have done it in 2023. Eazy's face was photoshopped into a Mortal Kombat screen. Eazy got folded like a mixtape cover, and Papoose walking away from the fight like an Avenger in slow motion. Was that a shot? 'Cause if it was, it aged like expired milk in the summer sun. How did we get here?" Remy asked, cradling her head. 50 Cent, of course, shared the video with laughing emojis and stated, "I told y'all, love don't. Live here no more." Even celebs weighed in. Fat Joe tweeted 3 simple words: "Don't test loyalty." Cardi B shared a fan tweet that said, "You guys better protect black men who love loudly and lose everything in silence." Collision microphone. Few hours later, Papoose was jailed at the 104th Precinct on charges of third-degree assault, public endangerment, and disorderly conduct. The arrest record included video evidence of battery and intent to do harm. While the streets celebrated, the NYPD wasn't playing. He didn't fight back. He entered like a man who knew this was coming, because that's who Papoose is. He doesn't run, he doesn't hide, and he stands by his principles, even if it means losing everything. Remy was also at the station, but not as a defendant. And she allegedly attempted to minimize the altercation as a witness, claiming that they had been at odds for months and that it was a misunderstanding that went out of control. Ma'am, chairs were flying. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a crickets. No statement, no post, no live, just one Instagram story the next day. "I'll let the lawyers handle it." Oh, you're quiet now because you were quiet when you were posing as if nothing was happening. When you were posting passive-aggressive tweets and Instagram captions like a man with something to prove. But now that you've caught a two-piece without a biscuit, all of a sudden, it's let the lawyers handle it. Child, please. The videos of the Papoose Eazy beatdowns were all over the timeline before the internet had even had its morning coffee yet. And when we say viral, we mean 17 million views in less than 6 hours. People weren't just watching. They were replaying, analyzing. And one fan posted a 12-minute YouTube analysis of the footage, titled "The Hit That Shook Hip-Hop. Papoose versus Eazy Full Analysis," which included slow-motion zooms on Papoose's first swing, split-screen crowd reactions. A red-circled Remy Ma whispering something to her assistant in the background, and "Baby," a scathing voiceover. Here, you see Eazy trying to dodge left, but it's too late. Loyalty already caught him. Karma, too. However, the internet wasn't just laughing, was crying, because for many fans, this was more than just rumors. He didn't just swing for himself. He swung for every man who remained faithful and got clowned. If you push a king to the wall, don't cry when he charges back. Remy Ma and Papoose were the last standing symbol of true love and hip-hop. They remained strong, through prison, pain, and paparazzi. But now that image is shattered, and Ree's silence is louder than the punch. Within hours of the video hitting the internet, a new hashtag trended. #FreePapoose. And Papoose did what most men wish they could do. The comments were so overwhelming that one person, Remy Ma, finally spoke up. She didn't do a press run or post a video. Instead, she just posted a single Instagram picture of herself in black and white with no makeup and a lengthy caption that read, "Sometimes the strongest hearts break the loudest." Oh no, ma'am. The comments weren't having it. You asked for healing after months of lying and sneaking. Papoose gave you the world and you him a war. Don't spiritual caption your way out of this one. Eazy remained silent, posting nothing, interviewing no one, but his publicist sent a one-line statement to Rolling Loud magazine. We are aware of the incident and exploring legal remedies. Legal remedies. So, not only did you flirt, sneak, and slide into DMs, but now you're threatening to sue the man whose wife you allegedly stole. The audacity jumped out. Then came the shocking report that turned everything upside down. TMZ was the first to report that fight. The video, which was timestamped 2 weeks prior to the altercation, shows Remy Ma and Eazy entering a Jersey City hotel suite together at 2:38 a.m. They weren't filming, they weren't at an event, and they most definitely weren't alone for business. The clip shows Eazy whispering in her ear while placing his hand on her lower back, and she laughs. They enter, and guess how long they stay? 3 hours. Remy's team didn't comment, but fans did. 3 hours. It's not a rap session, he said. Every second of that video is another nail in the coffin of Remy's public image. Then, as if someone intentionally called for chaos, audio leaked. An anonymous source purportedly recorded a voicemail from Eazy to Remy in which he states, "He'll never love you like I do. He's at ease. I'm here. Do you sense me? Do you sense me? We can feel the Papoose imprint on your chin, sir." This voicemail only fanned the flames, prompting thousands of fans to flood Remy Ma's old Black Love interviews with clown emojis and comments like, "So, this was a performance. Remove this. Didn't hold up well over time. You gave that man this because he loved you more than his own career." But it wasn't just fans calling it out. Celebs started unfollowing. Tara G.P. Henson removed Remy from her following list. Rap City posted a vague tweet that read, "You can't build a legacy with betrayal." You know what Papoose did? Swiss Beats even shared a fan remark that said, "Real ones suffer the most, but they rise the highest." Nothing. Still no word. Just one move, not a post, not a tweet. He added a single line to his Instagram bio. Loyalty is always winning. It merely observes. Chills. News broke that Papoose had refused bail and opted to spend the night at the detention center. According to a blog, one officer stated that he did not desire preferential treatment. This scandal is leaving craters. So let's talk about the harm to the industry. "I'll walk out when I've calmed down," he added. According to reports, Eazy lost a chance to represent a streetwear brand that would have debuted next month. Remy Ma was removed from her appearance on a podcast that focused on empowering women through loyalty. The irony was oppressive. And here's the thing: Papoose is reportedly getting more offers than ever before. With him as the face of devotion, tenacity, and emotional depth, one label hopes to raise money for a Healing Via Bars project. Because this is what no one anticipated. Papoose turned into a cultural icon. Not merely a man who was despised, but one who preferred respect over reprisals, silence over influence, and hands only when it became unbearable. And the ones behind him are standing. Fan merchandise is appearing with slogans like "Protect Papoose," "Loyalty," "Everything." He swung for all of us. As one popular TikTok put it, this isn't about gossip. This is about men who put their all into their work and women who let them break. Meanwhile, the internet is still analyzing every detail of that hotel leak. Footage, the world is now preparing for what comes next. Part 3 is where it all comes together. Court cases, diss tracks, public apologies, and a career change that no one anticipated. And guess what? It's only getting louder. The courtroom was quiet until it wasn't. Reporters flocked to the sidewalk as Papoose arrived for his arraignment, sporting a black hoodie pulled low over his face. Fans cried, "We love you, Pap." This was a public reckoning, not a family drama. as Remy Ma sat in the front row with sunglasses on and her lips pulled into a tight line. The charge: third-degree assault, deliberate injury, and public disruption. But the actual trial was taking place online. One TikTok commentator live-streamed the entire proceedings as the court cameras rolled, garnering 2.5 million views in only 1 hour with the remark, "Will the king of loyalty fall or rise like the hero he is? I'm not proud of what I did, but I'm not ashamed of why I did it," Papoose stated when asked to speak within the courtroom, maintaining his composure. Papoose's lawyer disclosed that Eazy had sent Remy Ma a threatening message, which gave everyone goosebumps and even made the judge appear shaken. A few days prior to the attack, the lawyer read aloud the text, "If he comes at me, I swear I'll take both y'all down." The story suddenly changed from one of cheating to one of pressure, manipulation, and silent suffering. The judge agreed to release Papoose without bail, but only on the condition that he not speak to Eazy for the next 90 days. The crowd outside erupted, with fans yelling, "Black love isn't dead. Justice for Pap. Remy, if you're confused, blink twice. Baby?" Remy then gave 4 blinks. Pap told the media as he left the courthouse, "Silence isn't always peace. Sometimes it's survival." I might drop, however, Eazy was in a downward spiral as Papoose left, and insiders claim that he canceled all studio sessions for the next 2 weeks. His team is working hard to repair his image, and no posts, tweets, or battle announcements have been made. Fans turned against him overnight, and the voicemails leaked hotel footage, and now the threatening texts were too much. His once arrogant online persona was now being torn apart by the same streets he used to flex for. After a 5-minute Instagram apology video titled "To Papoose, Remy, and the Fans," he finally broke his silence. It wasn't a live stream or a freestyle, but the damage was already done. He sat on camera, clearly shaken, and said, "I messed up. I didn't mean for things to go this far. I got caught up in something I thought I could control, and I hurt people I never meant to hurt. Fans weren't impressed. You wanted the fire, now don't cry about the smoke." Remy Ma, meanwhile, went into full damage control mode. Her public relations team released an official statement saying, "You're sorry now after your silence let a real one burn in public." Remy Ma is dedicated to healing, clarity, and rebuilding her life and career, but fans were already off her train. Only did another, but she also lost the respect of the entire community. However, during all of this chaos, Papoose released a song, and not just any song, but Legacy Lost. I'm holding my breath. / she exchanged vows for views. Now I'm left with regret. I loved in silence. She posted in shades / built the queen from a cage. She left with a fade. The internet went crazy. Thousands of fans posted emotional reactions. Celebrities shared the song with prayer emojis. She left with a fade. The cover art shows a man walking away from a broken mirror, his reflection holding a woman's hand and letting go. The outro: "This isn't revenge. This is a release. And if you still hear my heart in this, pray for her peace." He prayed for her. After all the betrayal, all the silence, and all the headlines, he still ended with grace. And that's when public perception solidified. Papoose wasn't a criminal, he was a martyr. He didn't just walk through the fire. People referred to it as the male version of lemonade. It was the closure we all needed. The streets. The streets crowned Papoose with something no court ever could: the king of loyalty. Because while others played games with hearts, clout, and attention, he stood on love, and when love broke him, he stood anyway. And by the end of the week, Papoose secured a brand deal with a major therapy platform that promotes mental health for men of color. He also announced a documentary called Unwritten Bars: The Story Behind the Silence. And you can bet it, Netflix is already buzzing. When the truth came crashing down, Papoose chose violence. Eazy chose silence, and Remy chose Instagram captions. But let's face it, This story wasn't just about betrayal. It was about what happens to good men who love loudly and suffer silently. From loyalty to lies, from poetry to prison intake, from whispered voicemails to courtroom drama. The Remy Ma, Eazy, and Papoose triangle didn't just spiral out of control, it exploded. Backhand, index pointing right. Hit that like button. Backhand. Index pointing right. Hit subscribe. Backhand, index pointing right. Did Remy Ma ruin the last true love story in hip-hop eyes? Broken heart. Will Eazy the block captain ever get over the hit, either publicly or physically? Let us know in the comments. We want the real tea. If you want more exclusive breakdowns, unfiltered commentary, and the mess that other channels are too afraid to touch, hit subscribe. Remain faithful, remain loud, and stay messy the next scandal happens. We blast wide open. This is the gossip. Spill vibe where the truth doesn't leak out. It crashes like a wine glass at a dinner party for infidelity scandals.